Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me, as always, my podcast partners, Joe Hartley and Angel Diaz. What's up, fellas?
What's
What's
up?
up, man?
Also, this week we got a special guest in the building. We got Samuel Diaz with us. Also, what's up, man?
What's going on, brother? How y'all doing?
All right. If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Internet Network. On Tuesdays, we got the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. On Wednesdays is us, Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with Gene, Joe, and Angel. And on Thursdays, well, I should say every other Thursday, you got the traditional way with Brett Shumway. For more information, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Internet Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Twitter. Fellas, it's showtime. What's going on?
Gene, I love that you. I think you should do it different every time, just to mess with
I'm
everybody.
gonna try and do it different.
Why? I think it's great. I mean, it's fun
Sometimes
that way.
shit happens.
You know what? That's the best part of the show. You never know what's gonna happen. Long week, just me doing work and running around with the kids. All the plays and everything are kind of getting down to the wire. So they do the tech week and they run through it. So just long days of picking them up from school, getting them fed, getting them back to school, picking them up, going to bed. So that's all I got going on probably for the next week or two.
Oh man.
And then it'll calm down for a minute and then pick back up. So that's it for me, man.
Joe, all right, before I go to Angel, man, let me ask you something.
Sure.
Do you like play video games or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I'm just asking because you got to do something for yourself. I mean, I know you do a lot, man. And sometimes I be feeling bad when I be like, man, it's Friday night. He's coming down here to teach bow to the kids. This man is always busy. You know, you had times where you haven't been feeling good. You've got weddings going on and everything, man. And I'm like, man,
listen. Okay, I got 3 families I got to tend to. Okay,
Yes.
including my own. So that's what we spend our time. It's work, and then on the weekends we try to see. I see my mom most of the week, so we might do once or twice every weekend, dinner or something like that. And then if she needs help around the house, I try to help her out. But for the most part, yeah, and then I try to see my father-in-law. He's the farthest away, so we might try to see him 3 or 4 times a month, the best we can. And then my mother-in-law, she's about 15 minutes away. So she dropped off dinner to us this week once. She likes to take the kids, maybe take them shopping or to the movies or something like that. She just retired, so she's been around a lot more to help out with things and see the kids. And then her husband's getting ready to retire, and he likes to do stuff with my son because he doesn't have any kids of his own, just never really happened. So they have a really fun and cool bond. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Okay. Well, I mean, you started to make me feel a little bit bad, man, because when I asked you about that, I wasn't expecting you to tell me about more things that you had to go do.
No, I'm just trying to say, like,
I thought you
our
were gonna
number
say,
one
I play
priority for
pool, I
us is
bowl.
family. Like, we do the family thing, and then like if my wife and I, we'll try to get out, but we don't get out as much as we should. I guess I could say, like, my brother, he's in, his wife and him are in Florida for her birthday for like
Okay.
4 days. I don't have that luxury right now, but I'm hoping, I save all my pennies down the road, maybe, take a vacation here or there. But other than that, man, everything's good.
Okay. Angel, what's up, man? How was your weekend?
The weekend's been good, man. It's been good, man. I've just been chilling. That's all I've been doing. Same thing, same stuff, different day. Ain't nothing changed. Just riding the wave for now.
So how are you enjoying the new school?
Oh, it's good. I like it, actually. Yeah,
Okay.
it's good. I ain't got no issues over there. I love it over there. So ain't nothing bad. we got what? We got report cards coming up this upcoming week. So gotta get all those grades finalized and all that good stuff.
Yeah, Champ has parent teacher conference in a couple of weeks also.
I got that in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I got that in a couple of weeks. So that's gonna be.
I did all that a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Parent teacher conferences.
Yeah.
Man, they do it early over there. Wow.
Or maybe it was what's
Open
before
house.
that?
Open house.
Yeah, I think we call it something different, but maybe it was just that.
Yeah, I had to do that last month. I hated
I'm
that.
actually surprised. I'm surprised to hear that, Angel.
What?
You just don't really seem like the type of person that would actually do the parent teacher conference. Like I can see you,
bro. It's a contract. I gotta get paid.
That's
I
in the
can't not
contract.
do it. It's in my contract. I can't.
But I can just see you just sending a text message to your parents, like, "Hey, do you really need to come see me? Is there really some shit you really need to know? Ask me now, and I'll tell you."
That's what my emails leading up to the parent teacher conference are for. So that way I could just be like, "There ain't nothing you don't know. Everything's transparent. You got this." Yeah, it's in my contract. Like we had to do that. We had to do the open house, right? And I really live only like 26 miles away from my job, so that's like about like 25, 30 minutes. But it ends up being like an hour drive because of traffic, because it's going towards New York City. So we had to do an open house. It just so happened to be on that day we had open house. I had to come back. I had to do physical therapy. I had to drive back as soon as I got done. So I had drove an hour to get home, do physical therapy. Had to drive like almost an hour to get back to work. Worked from 6 to 9 o'clock. Then did the open house. Left. Hit traffic on the way back. I didn't get back into my bed till 11:30 at night. I was like, man. And if it wasn't that it was in like September, October, I would have took the day off. I just didn't want to do it too early. So I was just like, this is god awful. So I was like, this is terrible. So when I went the next day, I'm not gonna lie to you, like there's some days where I only work I only have 2 classes and like they're in the middle of the day. I don't have a class at the end of the day. So on those days, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave right after lunch. I just come home.
Oh, you allowed to leave? You don't do like a
no. So it is my prep hour, but I just choose to prep at my house.
Preps his meals. He preps his workout.
But does stuff.
Nah, so what they do for us is, because they understand that a lot of teachers have that and our school is so big, they have like a sign out sheet. So every once in a while, just sign out and you're good. So I just say I got a doctor's appointment. I probably had like 30 doctor's appointments so far. So that's all. But yeah, so that's about it though. How about you, Gene?
No, let's go to Sam first. Guess first. Sam, how have you been, man? What's going on with you?
I've been great, living the life, trying to just balance out dad life, family life, karate life, work life, but everything's been great. Coming off of Diamonds, was able to go out there, do a nice tribute to KA, which was pretty emotional, and it was really cool to see how engaged it got the crowd and stuff. And then, I came back to kind of restructure and revamp my training and myself, and then getting ready for the next season. So.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, man, I ain't going nowhere. They think I am, but we ain't going nowhere. Coming back with fire.
What did you got?
1 2.5-year-old. His name, Samuel the Fourth.
That's very nice, very nice.
Yeah,
cool.
Well, my weekend, my weeks are always busy. I hurt my back a little bit this week, so I took a couple of days off from work because I hurt my back. And it was work related, not no training related, nothing like that.
From lifting?
No. Actually, man, this is fuck it. I'm gonna say it.
Wait. Don't say it if it's gonna make you look like a punk. Don't say it if it's gonna make you look like a punk.
Yeah, probably. It's
gonna make him look old. He's gonna be like,
exactly.
I bent down too quickly.
Exactly. You're not far off, man. You're not far off.
Don't put the curse on me.
I was pulled up to one of my stores for work and opened the trunk and had to get something out of the trunk. And as I took some packages out, the other package started to fall. So for whatever reason, I tried to stop them from falling, and I twisted wrong. And next thing you know, I'm like, "What is this? Like, why is my back hurting?" And then all of a sudden, it hurt for a couple of days. Yesterday, I ended up having to put the heating pad on it. So yeah, man. So it made me feel a little old. So yesterday, because we've been going hard. Like yesterday I didn't do anything. You know, nothing. I stayed on the couch, watched TV, watched movies. Only thing I did was I had to leave the house to get some food because we ain't had nothing here. So, but Melissa, she got up. I guess she was energized yesterday morning or something because she was like, "Yeah, let's clean the house." I was like, "I ain't doing nothing. I'm not moving off of this couch. I'm not doing anything." I was mad. I was mad that I had to go out to get the food. I normally would DoorDash it. I got into with the DoorDasher people last time I DoorDash, so I'm gonna take a I'm gonna take a little break on DoorDash for a minute. And I tried to be smart. I tried to be smart for dinner, man. Yesterday, Melissa said she wanted to have pizza. I said, okay, cool. Now I wasn't gonna go to the Little Caesars by my house. It's a little too hood on Saturday nights. Too many people there, and I know it's gonna be a long time. So I tried to be smart. I tried to go to another Little Caesars that wasn't far from the house, right? So I figured let me be smart because I know it's Saturday night. It might I don't want to wait in line for a long time. I just want to get there and then get my stuff and then go. So I said I'm gonna call it in. So I called in the order. They told me, okay, cool. They'll be ready in 20 minutes. Perfect. It takes me about 10 minutes to get there. No problem. I get there at the time I'm supposed to get there. Park the car, walk up to the door, it's locked. The door is locked. You can't go, you can't enter. And it's 7:15. I'm like, it's 7:15. Now, to be fair, a lot of the restaurants in Detroit, the fast food restaurants, you can't go into after 7 o'clock. They lock the doors because robberies and stuff like that. So but this one it had the times on the door. Like they wasn't supposed to lock their doors to 8 o'clock. you know, I'm pulling the door. I see them in there because at first I thought maybe they were closed, but I see them in there. So I say, okay, I guess I gotta wait in the drive-through line for it. So I get in the drive-through line. I'm in the drive-through line for 45 minutes.
Mm.
By the time I got up to pay, I paid. The girl told me, she's like, "Oh, your food not ready yet, so just pull up a little further." I said,
Wow.
"Okay,
Huh?
okay."
Huh?
So I'm sitting there waiting. I'm sitting there waiting. So when she finally comes out, she apologized, get my food, go home. I'm already irritated.
Yeah, I
I
would have
put
been
the
too. Because you
I
know
put
what? Little
what?
Caesars ain't worth waiting no hour
It's
for.
supposed to be a 5 minute.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be a hot and ready
No,
pizza.
I didn't get it hot and ready because I don't eat pepperoni whatever. So I got a veggie
Oh.
pizza. So I put the food in the kitchen. Sit down on the couch, a little irritated. Melissa go get her food, and then she says, "You're probably about to get mad." And I said, "Why?" I said,
Then
"Why?"
don't say it. Then don't say it.
The pizza was burnt. The
Oh,
pizza was burnt.
Oh
oh,
man.
So I was like, "What?" So I went in, I took a look at it. I didn't even say nothing. I just walked away. I sat back down. She was like, "You're probably going to get mad again." I said, "Why?" She said, "They burnt the Italian cheese bread too." I'm like, "What?" So
Oh
now
no.
I'm gonna take matters into my own hands. I'm gonna take matters into my own hand. I got my phone out and I got on Twitter and I talked shit to Little Caesars on Twitter. Little Caesars responded to me.
what? What?
I'm reading it. They said, "Thank you for reaching out. That's certainly not the kind of experience we want you to have. Please call us." They gave me a number so our team can make the best and assist you in making this right. I said, "Okay, thank you."
Did you call?
Oh
Not, not,
man.
not, not yet. They not open on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah, so Monday I gotta give them a call. But other than
How
that, man,
about how about oh sorry, go
no,
ahead.
go ahead. What you about to say,
How
Sam?
about I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm waiting to see one on the road though. Domino's with those self-driving cars
Yeah.
and the robot kind of delivers the pizza to you. Is that
Ain't
where you guys are at?
it ain't no way that is gonna roll through the city of Detroit and be okay. Ain't no way that's gonna
There's a couple
happen.
in Michigan, but I don't know where they are.
They're probably in Ann Arbor. They're probably gonna be in a little college town or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
Flint, whatever. Ain't no way it's gonna ride through Detroit because it's gonna be at the stoplight and get carjacked. I promise you. I promise you.
They just carjacking someone's pizza order?
They go
Oh.
carjack
Oh
a
man.
riderless car. That's what's gonna happen. So you know,
That's great.
to, today, today we took the kids over to my mom's house, and she got to bake a cake with them. They cut up they pumpkins for Halloween. They make jack-o'-lanterns, so they had a good time. And here we are. And that's pretty much it for me. All right. Y'all ready to get into it?
Oh,
Best of the best. I got a question before we start.
Yeah.
This movie, along with Cobra Kai and the Karate Kid, are pretty much the only point karate type movies? Like, do you guys know of any other point karate movies? Like, a lot of other movies are like
Sidekick had the whole fight scene with Chuck.
Yeah, Sidekick. I thought of that one also. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know if anybody else doing point karate.
Yeah, they do. The Three Ninjas.
Well, that's right. Yeah. Three Ninjas had like a point karate scene in there.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot which one that was.
I'm definitely forgetting that.
It was when they went to Japan.
Well, if it ain't number one, I probably forgot about it.
The only Three Ninjas that matters is the first one, the original.
I'm trying to think.
Because once they got Hulk Hogan in there, I was done.
Well, that was going downhill at that point.
I'm looking over at my DVD collection of all my retros over there to try and see if it like triggers a memory for me.
Now I know in my uncle's movie, Fearless Tiger, there were scenes that they had point fighting at the beginning of the movie, but it wasn't a point fighting type of movie, just it might have had a scene. And this is like one of the only few times we've actually seen safety gear in a movie, because they don't even do that in Cobra Kai or the Karate Kid.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like that about Cobra Kai.
I don't either.
I
deal with
it. I'll deal with it, but it kills me because then they have everything else Sentry, mats, like everything else is brand new, up to date, and then they just don't have them with gear. So that to me, I don't. It turns me off. But I don't.
Trying to stay true to the original. So.
Yeah,
but it's modern times. Like, there ain't no dojo out there that's trying to stay open that y'all fighting bare knuckle.
No, you're not right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
If you really want students, you're gonna have somebody put equipment on.
You know what movie? Sure. We just did the What's the movie we just did? The one with this dude with the guy Chuck something, whatever.
Foot This Way.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's right.
I get it.
I kick the girl full blast.
Yeah, Foot This Way. There you go.
That wasn't a girl. That was a grandma. That was a full-grown granny.
Yeah, so it is that one. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any other ones though.
Yeah, I'd be interested, and I'm quite sure we'll probably get a text from
actually,
Jeff.
wait, stop! I got one. No Retreat, No Surrender. That was the other one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. No Retreat, No Surrender. I mean, but it was point, but it was more like a kickboxing continuous kind of.
He said safety gear. Isn't that what you said?
No? I did, but I'm also thinking about a point fighting type of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, I got you.
I mean, it's a lot that could be done if somebody wanted to write a movie about that.
I mean, you guys seen the European version of No Retreat, No Surrender versus like the one that came out in America? Oh, there's a drastic difference.
I thought that happened.
There's some scenes in there that are pretty questionable.
that happened to one of us said that we saw that. One of us said we saw two different ones. We saw two.
I think that was Joe.
Yeah, Joe saw a completely different one because when we talked about it, I was because I remember when we talked about it, I told you, Joe, I was like, I think that's the European one. You didn't watch the American.
Oh, did I see the weird one?
Yeah.
Was it was RJ sitting on this dude's lap eating some ice cream
on his lap?
While he's also
Yes.
He was doing a hip thrust and he was sitting on his lap eating some ice cream.
So
I'll never forget
what's different in the other one.
He
never sat on his lap.
In the American one, he didn't sit on his lap. When I was like 19, 20, and I was in college trying to order all these DVDs of the movies I grew up on, and I found that one on eBay. And when it came in and I watched it, I was like, man, I don't remember this scene as a kid. Like, I got must have cut it or something.
Oh Lord.
Well, I know Jeff is listening, so Jeff, if you know any other point karate safety gear type movies, let us know, man.
Jeff is gonna rack off like 10 of them.
We're about to have 12.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, let's kick it off, man. Best of the best.
All right, best of the best. You and Mike covered this early in the podcast,
Mhm.
and did you still have the 2 days of reviewing when that happened? I think.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I tried to go back and re-listen to it, but I just ran out of time.
You know what's funny about that? Mike doesn't believe that he was the Travis of our crew. Now
Oh, I
he
could definitely see that. Absolutely, without a doubt.
he,
Without a
he
doubt.
was
You don't even.
he
Absolutely.
acted a lot
Wait,
like
wait, wait.
Travis when we were kids.
Yes, he acted just like him.
I mean, except for the racial stuff, like Mike wasn't going around insulting people. He wasn't.
No.
He wasn't doing that, and Mike wasn't a bully to nobody in our crew. But other than that, that's Mike all day. If you want to know what a young Mike Gibbs was like, Travis from Best of the Best.
Yeah. I can picture it. I can picture him doing that, man. I can picture him, especially with all the stories he said. You could,
Yes.
Listen,
it's
man.
home.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you because this is something Travis would have done. We were at a tournament in Grand Rapids, Smurfs tournament, and it was in. He had moved the venue for whatever reason to a mall, and we were right outside, like a Babbage's, like a video game store,
Yeah, I
and
remember that story.
they had a cutout of China from wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He put that cutout right next to the ring, and he would score a point and run and kiss the cutout.
Who did this? Who did this, Mike?
Mike.
That's hilarious.
You're telling me your uncle was okay with that? He wasn't saying that?
No,
I
he
wasn't
with
there.
your uncle. Hold on, he wasn't with your uncle at this time because your uncle turned to my dad and said, "I'm gonna put my gear on and I'm gonna beat his ass." Because you know who he was fighting? He was fighting John Trubsky. And he slid down on his knees in between your uncle too. And that's when your uncle told my dad, he's like, "I'm about to put my gear on."
Mike was out there acting a fool, huh?
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, he was like 24 or something like that at the time.
Do you know anybody else? Do you guys know anybody else that's around our age that would have had an altercation with Anthony Price?
Oh no!
Oh hell no! Who would even be dumb enough to start that?
We're
shit?
talking about him. We're talking about him. We're talking about Mike Gibbs. That's right. And I'm not gonna talk about that story. What happened? You got to talk to Michael. We talk offline. I'm not gonna bring that story.
Yeah. He said that was the day he almost died.
He did. He did. I was there. I saw it.
That's crazy.
Go ahead, Joe.
He's a totally different person now. It's crazy to talk to him because him and I, everybody has a good story about Mike, but for the most part, he's turned it all around. So
oh yeah, he's a lot different.
But we had some fun back. We had some fun back in the day. But so these movies like in the 80s, did they always have like a large karate school outside doing martial art, like synchronized martial arts? I feel like there's so many.
I don't give a damn. Ain't nobody was doing it like them. They hit the.
Nah, man.
Shit. Ain't nobody was doing it like that.
Doing knuckle push-ups down the stairs together, and like
what I'm saying,
they did the whole breaking scene. Like,
yeah,
ain't nobody doing it like them. Ain't nobody.
That was their Rocky moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was showing you that those Korean guys they weren't no joke. They were letting the audience know that.
Yeah, I wish I wanted to know. I actually kind of like how they set the stage for that in the beginning of the movie. I wish I would have known. Like, did they actually go and was that like real footage of like the military in Korea or something? I wish I could have known that because that was actually pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like to see all the breaks, that was actually pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That and then the kicks. When they were doing the kicks, that forever for me is like one of the craziest scenes.
Of
just to watch like a sea,
all those tornado kicks.
To see a sea of them doing all the kicks. That to me is nuts. Like that is crazy.
I've seen stuff like that on some of those shows, like America's Got Talent, things like that. Not specifically just Korean guys or whatever, but I've seen that type of breaking on those. Type of shows.
Yeah. That's like a huge thing. They start like you see them at a lot of the shows. They just had that one. They had somebody do that in Florida this past weekend.
I was just about to say that, at the IMAF tournament, there was a girl that did like a backflip break, like on stage.
They like sprung her up in the air, like when they run and they like push them up. It was actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's there's a Taekwondo demo that does all that. Just all kinds of crazy.
I think I've
moves like
seen
that.
the
It's
videos
insane.
of them. They're cool.
Mhm.
It's really cool. The beginning of this movie is just basically kind of introducing us to the whole American team before they really form the team, because they're all getting invites to the tryouts.
I
I
already
got
know
a
what you're
problem
gonna
with
say.
that.
I already know what you're gonna
What's the
say. Go
problem?
ahead. Go ahead. Go.
But what
continue.
do
I
you
already
think
know
I'm
what
gonna
you're
say, Angel? What you think I'm gonna say?
Joey
You
gonna
gotta
get
talk
through
about-
2 sentences.
Yeah, you gotta talk about the little fight scene that they had in the school.
No.
Oh, I was about to
So
say.
no. My question was, how did it seemed like it was a tournament, but then again, it seemed like they were just randomly fighting people. You know,
Yeah. You mean like the selection process, right?
yeah, the selection process. Like
Yeah,
it
it
wasn't
seemed like
set
it
up
was a
like
tournament, but you didn't necessarily have to like win the tournament, be on the team. Like
Right.
if you were good, even though you lost, you might still get picked or something.
Right, because Travis lost to Sonny, and we
That's
see
right,
that early
yeah.
on. And I was wondering, like, okay, technically, like he should have lost the tournament, like he should have been out of it. But then again, them two didn't seem like they should have been in the same weight bracket.
They should
anyway.
even been in the same weight class. I mean, it could have been a round robin. You never know. It could have been round robin
exactly.
style, right?
Exactly.
Because you figure at back then, I'm gonna guess. I'm just gonna guess that it was an AAU karate team that they picked. I'm just gonna guess because the USA logo, it looked like it was the AAU logo. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. When you
Sam.
look at the old USA teams that went overseas, they had that same emblem that it almost looks like a shield, and then it said USA with the stripes and the stars underneath it. That is that old AAU style or Wuku style logo for the USA teams.
So for me, I was thinking it wasn't so much about winning the tournament. It was just about good performances. And they were just like I feel like in a way that was like true scouting, right? Like back then, it's like going through ring to ring, like, all right, even though he lost, he has something, like, you know, how they said with Travis. They liked his like he just had like that fire, that competitive nature. That's what made him stand out. Wasn't that he had to win everything. So
Yeah, but that's messed up though, because as James Earl Jones as the coach, he shouldn't have. If that's the case, then he shouldn't have picked Virgil, because Virgil, there was nothing threatening looking about him.
that was his superhero. He didn't have to look threatening. He could do some things.
He is the one person to me that should not have made this team. He just there was a bunch of people there. There was a bunch of guys. There had to have been a few people who didn't lose to anybody. If I would have saw Virgil get caught up, I would have been pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? This is some bullshit. This motherfucker's on the team.
Hey, coach had an idea of what he wanted for the team, and he was in his head.
He wanted a virgin on the team. That's what he
wanted. He's pure. He's pure. He needed a pure soul to mesh everybody together.
Listen, he knew the matchup, so nobody there knew the matchups. Coach knew who they were, so he was picking people based on the matchup he felt they could win.
It's true. I mean, when you think about these elite teams, you're looking for chemistry. You're not necessarily trying to put a team together of all the best players, because they may not blend the way that you want them to blend, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got everybody that wants to be an anchor.
Good point, Joe.
Ain't nobody. Yeah, there you go. Everybody wants to be an anchor, but somebody's got to be like the front runner. You know what I mean? Like we all can't want to be in that last spot. So, but that's a good point, though. I mean, I get it. He didn't look.
But if you got Sonny already, you don't need a virtual. If you got Sonny, you already got handicapped Alex. Like you need all you can get. Go ahead, man.
First off, Alex brought him back into it. So what are you talking about?
He did, but we didn't know that at the beginning. Like he was a handicapped fighter. He was handicapped. But I wouldn't put handyman on this team if I'm putting together this team.
Listen, man, a lot of good people. See, you act like his mom now. I was just about to mention his mom talking about his shoulder that he got surgery on, treating him like he's gonna die if he goes out there and fights.
Nah, man, I'm just really mad there wasn't no black people on the team. That's all. But because people
and the truth reveals itself.
I was thinking it. I just didn't want to say it because we on live. You go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
Wait.
Go
The
ahead.
coach is black. You're good.
Exactly. Gene, you got a black man leading the team.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh,
You know, in the 80s, they only had one token black man. So that's how it goes. So yes, that was the mom in this was killing me because she was literally like treating him like he was gonna die if he goes and tries out for this team.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not like he was doing MMA. He wasn't joining the UFC or anything like that.
I mean, these fights though they were kind of brutal. So
They were good. I like these fights,
Listen.
man. I don't know. Fight choreography in this movie was top notch. Top notch.
Philip Reed, Simon Reed, they did it. They killed it. They killed it, you know. And I like that everything that they were doing, you can see the actual application in what was being done. You know, there was nothing that was too far out of reach. There was no moves that seemed like too athletic. It seemed like things that anybody could pull off with some practice. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. No, I like it when it's kept simple and it doesn't try to be real cute and real crazy. You know, the simple application is fine, especially, you know, us being martial art people, like we know what it can actually be.
Right.
Got a little ridiculous when he was kicking the bag and he turns his foot and all of a sudden, you know, he can kick someone through a wall, but you know. I know it was for dramatic effect, so I'm okay with it. So they show it did look like a tournament at first, but you kind of realize as you're watching it, this is a scouting event. Like they treated it like a tournament, but it didn't look like anybody was winning or losing. It was just who's going to make the team. And
right.
so you see the fights, winning and losing, and then you see the coach talking about he's got the full backing of the martial arts institution or whatever, probably the AAU, whatever. And then at the end, he's picked his team. He is questioned by the sponsor about a couple of people on the team, but for the most part, he's the coach, and they're going to let him pick his team. And he picks the team, and they got 3 months to get ready to go to what is it, Seoul, South Korea, and and fight.
Hey, real quick, just a question: was this on the heels of the '88 Olympics or no?
I have no idea
because I don't know. I'm gonna look it up then. I thought the '88 Olympics were in Seoul, Korea, because '92 was in Barcelona. So I thought '88 was in Seoul. And that's where I thought like they were. I always thought about that. Every time I saw this movie growing up, I was like, oh, I think this is about the '88 Olympics, but I didn't know. So I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in Seoul. I just looked it up now. Yeah, it was Seoul.
Okay, so that's what I always thought. I always thought that he was. I thought this was as if like they were making a team to go to the Olympics, even though it didn't say it, but because the fighting was different back then. But I thought it was.
Gotcha. Okay, Joe, go ahead and continue, man.
I'm going. So everyone is, you know, they're set to live together, and coach's big speech. Oh, I got some kind of ambulance or something. If you guys hear it,
no,
it's faint.
Can't hear it,
man.
Okay, good. So you know, the coach wants them to. He shows them their team uniforms, but basically says like you have to earn these. You have to become a team to earn these, and I mean that makes sense. You know, you don't want a bunch of guys, like we already said, that don't mesh together, because then, you know, you're not gonna fight together. So and you see all the personalities of the guys. You know, you got your pure Virgil, you got Travis the loudmouth, you got Alex, who's a little cocky, but you know, he seems to for the most part be a decent fighter. And you know, they show these guys and they kind of have like a last night before they gotta get real serious. So they're all trying to go out to a bar and have some fun, which this part makes me laugh because this also reminds me of Mike. Mike and so my first high school girlfriend and I, after we broke up, Mike was kind of the one to get me through that, because, you know, it was like my first real love. We were together for like a year and a half. And so Mike's is like, his idea was like, you know, we're just going to go out and have fun until you forget about it. So we used to go to this place called High Kickers over on Dixie Highway.
High
it was
Kickers.
just like this, high kickers.
That's like the perfect name for two martial artists to go hang out. High kick. Okay.
You know what it was? It was funny because on the one side they had a live band and all country line dancing. On the other side, DJ and like hip hop and it was
That doesn't
it
even
was
sound like a type of mix at all.
it's not, but they were separated by a wall and they had each had their own bar. And it was fun because on the one side it was my generation, but on the other side you're like, well, let's see what's going on over here. If it's not popping over here, maybe some of these country chicks, I learned how to line dance. I don't even like that stuff.
Joe was going after the Cougars.
I used to have the hat and everything. Not
going
Cougars.
Yeah,
Cougars
Joe.
You're going for 1 minute you're line dancing, and the next minute you're doing the hustle. That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh no, you're not doing the hustle. You're bumping and grinding.
Okay.
This is from the window to the wall. So yeah, man. It was fun, and every once in a while they'd even have us help bounce, because one of the guys that was already bouncing there, Mike went trained with, and then I knew two of the bouncers from one of the girls I was talking to. He was dating her. So, and actually this dude looked just like, they had two guys there that looked like celebrities. My friend's boyfriend worked there and he looked just like Vin Diesel, and his name was Dave. And there was another dude we called Tweet, and he looked just like the Big Show. In fact, he might have been bigger, and we called him Tweet. Yeah, we called him Tweet. So a lot of times I'm like, why y'all got us helping out? Like, we don't even, these guys were beasts. These guys were massive. Half the time I was just watching them, toss people out. It was great.
So you and Mike got into a fight there?
No, we actually, for the you would have thought so, but for the most part, it was pretty chill.
Okay.
I mean, we were just there having a good time. I think Mike didn't really drink at the time, like every once in a while, but so he was like DD for me.
What year was this?
I might have been a few years away from actually being legal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
what do you mean? What year was?
I just asked because you said Mike didn't really drink, and Mike was like the first person to really try to peer pressure me into drinking. I didn't.
Yeah, this show is getting so bad for Mike. We should stop, man.
No,
this
man,
show is getting so bad for Mike.
I'm not trying to dog Mike, because it might have been at the time he might have just pick and chose where he did it, but for the most part, when I hung out with him at the time, he didn't drink a lot, if at all. So, but yeah, we used to go over there and have some fun. Get into a little trouble, and then we hit like Ram's Horn or Coney, to eat and go home and do it all again the next weekend. So it was a lot of fun. But the bar scene in this one where they got in a fight, I was like wondering, the first time I watched this, I remember wondering, like, was this a kickboxer thing? Like, was Coach setting this up to get them to try and get them to bond? You know what I'm saying? Because it did kind of seem like it. Because right when it started all popping off, he walked in. And was just sitting back.
I think he just kind of had. I think he kind of had confidence in him that these guys could not hang with his boys, and he could kind of see what level his boys were at. Because if one of them took an L, they had to have gotten kicked off the team.
You get beat up at a bar.
They didn't know it, but they were fighting for their spots.
Seriously. Yeah, I don't know if he set it up, because you think about it, right before it all started with Travis and that girl that he was dancing with. You know?
Yeah.
That seemed like more organic than anything.
I was just curious. I just remember the first time I saw it. The other thing is, did you all ever try to do the kick the cigarette trick?
No,
I wanted to.
I'm scared I'll kick somebody in the face.
I wanted to.
Well, that's why I brought it up, because I actually did it. I actually used to do that to some of my friends that smoke, and it always went well, except for the time it didn't. I think I did it like 12 times before, and then I think the last time was the last time. 13 was last time. Because I got him right with the toe right across the lip, and his lip started, and that was the last time anyone trusted me to do that.
I wish, listen, man, I wish I could do that. That would be dope. I trust I could do it now. That would be dope if I could do that.
I definitely don't trust I can do it now. Like I'm not doing that. Like the closest thing I might be able to do is like I tell them to hold the cigarette between your knees. I'll do an axe kick. I'm not trying to kick. I'm not trying to get my leg up that high and be able to have the confidence. I ain't that flexible. I'm not like that. So.
The other thing in this, and so after all that, there's like a new, what do they call her, a sensei that was.
I just thought she was just a new coach. She was like an assistant coach or whatever. That's what I thought.
Well, the sponsor introduced her as a sensei. That's how he.
Okay.
Well, he didn't even. He was slick. He said Wade, and he didn't even say who or what was going on. Go ahead.
Now that I think about it, that was like probably like the first signs of like having like a strength and conditioning coach. Like back then, that's probably like one of like the first times that was like actually like popularized. Was like because that's really what she was. She was really doing a lot of like
no, she was mentality. I think right. She was more mentality.
Yeah, she was like yoga.
Yeah, the yoga. But that's
okay. So then maybe that. Okay, yeah, maybe that. Then I just know like that was like such a forward thinking type of way to have her in there in that spot. Absolutely. I mean, look at now, everybody has that now. It'd be combat sports athletes in general. So like that's actually like a really
it's needed.
Yeah, that's like a really forward way of thinking back then.
It really was, and she could hold her own because she was breaking bricks too. So.
Mm-hmm. I like the way she broke bricks. I like the way she broke the bricks better than when Jean-Claude Van Damme did it in Bloodsport. It made more sense in this way. As opposed to Dim Mak is just cool. I know, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Legendary, man.
I'm just saying though, but Gene hated it when we did it. He said it was the stupidest thing he ever seen.
What, Gene? You ain't like Bloodsport? Oh man.
Bloodsport's all right. It's all right.
You just did it like the Dim Mak. He's like that's not realistic. There's no way you can do that.
I don't even remember. I would have to see it.
It was Gene. It was the one where he hit the top of the brick and the bottom one exploded.
Hell no, I didn't.
Yeah, see, I told you. Yeah, he was.
That was like such a legendary part of the movie. When he's like bottom brick.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that. No.
But yeah, I kind of like that aspect of it. So I thought that was pretty cool, man. I thought it was cool, and I thought it was cool to see. The person that gained from it the most was Travis. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
He gained from that the most. Definitely. So I thought that was cool.
Okay, now, like I said, I'm not trying to rip on Mike, but when she said, does anyone have any questions? And my man said, what's your number? That's a Mike Gibbs move too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, like he ain't lying. In the last time when me and Mike did the show, man, like I don't know why he was trying to deny it. Like he is literally a living Travis. Go ahead, Joe.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Every team needs a Travis.
Oh,
come on, man.
Yeah,
that's good. That's a good thing. So, this is the part where we're kind of getting everyone's bonding, everyone's training, and we start to get everyone's favorite part of the '80s. Training montage.
I love it. I love it.
So did I. You know I did. I was sitting there going, "Oh yeah, I forgot. We got a training montage to talk about," and it's great. And the music was good. And
we had a couple different ones.
Training. Yeah,
we had a couple of them because this first one, it didn't look like they were ready to compete. They were having trouble doing jumping jacks. They were, and then what made it worse was we would cut from them to seeing the Koreans, and they were just in sync.
Yo, I don't give a damn. The Koreans, what they were doing, fuck the whole competition. They were training for life. I mean, they were in the goddamn snow, chopping trees. Then they're underneath a waterfall. Like, give a damn about the competition. In their mind, they're like, we'll be ready for that. We're not worried about it. Like, that's going to be the easy part, actually. That was just a whole different type of workouts.
That must have been a thing back in the 80s or back in the day to go running in the snow. Because they did it in Rocky. Rocky did it also. And my brother, there was times when he would go run, like as a little kid, running in the snow in the backyard, on the front yard, just saying he's working out.
Running the snow now as a grown man. I'll go run.
No, Now, are you on a path? You on the sideway? You on the street? Or you actually on the grass in the snow?
So I will run on the snow next to the sidewalk and then go because I'm scared to run on the sidewalk just because I don't want to slip on ice.
Yeah.
Especially like when I'm doing it, the black ice, whatever. I'm not trying to get hurt. I'd rather just stay on the snow. There was a dope picture on my Instagram somewhere of a run last year, the year before. And I came back and I had like icicles all on my beard because like it started like actually snowing in the middle of the run. I thought it was all done. It was a dope shot.
I'm gonna look for that. Go ahead, Joe.
So the next part we're kind of seeing, I guess we're seeing Tommy's flashbacks of his childhood, and they don't really explain it right away. But I mean, for the most part, the guy he's about to face, what's his name?
Dahan.
Why? Every time you have the baddest dude in these movies, why does an eye patch have to make him look?
I don't give a damn, but he looks so. I'm gonna be honest with what you guys tagged me in. With what you guys tagged me in, I almost didn't even know it was him. I had to cover his face on my phone, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's Dahan!" I swear to God, I literally put it, and I go, "Oh shit, that's Dahan! Look at him over here." I don't even. I could never know him. Never know him for anything else.
To open up your mind sometimes.
Like, swear to God, I had to literally put my finger on his eye, and I was like, that looks like Dahan. And then I covered it. I go, oh shit, that's Dahan. Look at him out here. Crazy.
No, you know that pirates are some of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. So
I know
of course.
Okay, though. Tell me this, though. I need a story about Dahan because how old was it when he was fighting his brother? How old were they in that?
He had to be in like his like they didn't say. They didn't say, but he had.
But teenagers.
They look like teenagers.
No, he looked like he was in his 20s.
They like early 20s. They look like early 20s.
When did this man lose his eye? Is what I want to know. Because they went all the way back. Like, did he lose it in the war? Did he lose it in a car accident?
This is what you missed. You missed the prequel. So what happened was Tommy threw a snowball at him and it hit him in the eye. Well, he was pissed, but he couldn't fuck up Tommy. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna fuck your brother up. So when they got to the ring, that's what happened. When he killed him, it was an accident. He was like, oh shit, I killed him. That was a mistake.
See, I knew asking Gene I'd get the right answer.
Oh, these are all clips. Right here, I swear, man.
Go ahead, Joe.
So, so he's kind of given that story. He hasn't really told anyone, and then this is the craziest part of the whole movie because I don't care what you say. So Alex gets news from that his son's been hit by a car. He may lose his leg, whatever. It was very over dramatic. He goes to the coach, which I don't even know why he went to the coach. I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell Tommy, hey, tell coach I'm out. I'll be back if he's lucky. But he goes to the coach and asks permission to leave to go take care of his son. And coach gives him shit about it.
Yeah, that was messed up.
Yeah, that was
messed up. Yeah.
Listen here, Darth Vader. I'm gonna go take care of my damn son. I don't give a damn about your tournament. I don't give a damn about you and your attitude right now. Okay, go play with the dark side and let me go take care of my son.
You must have forgotten that Vader don't give a damn about his kid either. He cut his damn kid's hand off. So, you think he care about Tommy's legs? Tommy's legs. He like fuck his leg. My son lost a hand, and I did it.
Like, that was wild. How you gonna tell him if you leave, you off the team? What? Like, my kid's in the hospital in a coma, and I can't come back. Like,
that's messed up.
And Tommy literally told him, like, I will be back as soon as possible. Like, give me a day or two, and I'm gonna come right back. And he tells him, no, that's terrible.
It's just a mess. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like a little bit of drama, but it could. You know what they should have done? Okay, instead of the coach being a butthole about it, they could have made it like, okay, he's gonna try and make it back. He's gonna almost miss the plane. Does he miss the plane? Does he, and they bring the alternate. That to me would have been plenty of drama. But to make the coach out to be a big asshole, like that didn't work for me. So, but it didn't ruin the movie or anything. I just thought that was a mess.
When,
I thought it was.
When we talk about training montages, I think it was right before that happened with Alex was when Tommy, he has the whole like kick, whatever. He's like, I can't beat him. I can't beat Dehan. And Alex is talking to him. And Tommy he was working out and bringing his legs up to the bar and back down, doing these pull-ups, but bringing his legs up and down. Dude, that training montage like inspires my workouts all the time. Like I'm always doing that. And I feel like Tommy when I do it. I'm like, this is dope.
I think it was. I thought something that was interesting was I always thought it was interesting how they had the videos and the scouting reports on all the people, right? Because again, like I said, like I think it just truly showed. I kind of liked it because it showed the professionalism of what karate can be if it's done like the right way, right? If it's done the right way.
Yeah, and that's before the technology we have now. This dude had this
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And even what he can do with that now.
What I don't know what the guy's name was, the assistant coach, the short dude with glasses. I forgot.
I don't know either. Yeah,
but he was saying how he had like every single karate fight from every major world championship tournament the last like 10 years. I was like, if they had it back then like what? Like that's crazy. Like you can imagine what you could do now, right? And I thought that was interesting. One thing I will also say in terms of apparel, those Adidas USA jackets were fire as hell. I mean, those Adidas USA jackets were something different. I like those. And the other thing is, how do you guys feel about seeing point karate in a boxing ring? I like it.
I've actually done it before.
Me too.
Yeah.
Were you there? Were you there when we did that at the bar?
What?
I'm not sure. I did one in the bar. I don't remember if you were there or not. I know I did one.
Well, you were doing smoker matches.
No, we did. I don't know if it was like an exhibition, but there was a kickboxing match, like a Muay Thai kickboxing, and there was 4 team sparring. It was you guys, the team Plowden, and then I put together a team with Task Karate and Marlon Jenkins, and then King's Karate and one other group.
Was it Canada? A Canada team? Canadian team?
Yeah.
Because that's okay. That was the same one I was at then. Because so my team fought Team Canada, in the boxing ring.
Yeah, and then you fought Jackie King because we lost to Jackie King's team.
Okay.
I just want to point out how Gene was like, I was there. I don't know if you were there.
No,
he played you, Joe. On the low, he played you.
We knew each other. We knew each other, but we weren't teammates at the time.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, yo.
Yeah, I was still with Four Seasons at the time. No,
I said that because I didn't know if we were talking about the same event. So
yeah, that was a fun event, but
yeah.
Except for if I
was,
cool.
but you know what? Honestly, though, Angel, fighting in a boxing ring, it felt like I didn't have enough room. It felt like you were too close.
That's the point. You can't run.
Yeah, but it's still trying to angle or
I'll tell you what. I mean, fighting in the cage, that's what it feels like when you fight in the cage. You don't got much room to work. It's literally when it comes to doing those. Like I feel like the boxing ring in the cage, it's always gonna be like, who's gonna go first? So that's how you're gonna score. Because
they talk about that for the virtual fight tour all the time.
Listen, man, I know like they always got on the guys and got on everybody. Oh, there's no angles and this and that. But I'm like, man, when you in there, you realize like, you really don't have a lot of angles to pick from. It gets a lot. It's real hard when you get in there. But yeah, I just thought those things were real interesting. I always liked those things, those aspects of it.
Go ahead, Joe.
So then this next part, we kind of brushed over it, but so coach is pushing Tommy to go all out. He says that you're not going to be Dehan unless you go all out, and they're doing drills on like a pressurized bag that puts the how fast the kick is and the amount of power.
It's like the speed and like pounds per square inch or something like that.
Per square inch,
yeah.
Yeah. But I had never seen some readings like that because I remember I used to kick the crap out of a bag, and I think highest I ever got it was like 75 or 100 or something like that. And you
I've
got to
never
like
done that.
be accurate. But I don't know
Listen,
how
man.
that was a
If-
long time ago. So
They say they have this new. They said Joe Rogan holds the record for like kicking whatever it was. And
Yeah, I
they
did
have
hear
like
that.
they have like
Bad.
one. Yeah, they have one that's a wall mount and it's like a pad, and he threw like a roundhouse kick. He like I thought he broke the damn thing. Honestly, like he set the record for it. But it's crazy how like I would be honest with you. I saw that and I haven't seen that ever again until like Karate Combat last year. Karate Combat had one of those. I have never seen it in like almost like 20, 30 years. I don't know where it went. I don't know if just people weren't using it anymore, but I never really saw much of it.
When we
well,
did
they got
Super
to be
Show,
better
they
than
had
the ones we
something like
used to
that
do.
there.
Yeah.
They
had
had
a
a
Super
reader
Show?
at they had a reader at Super Show. They had a reader for pounds per square inch, and they had a reader for reaction speed.
Oh,
For a
Okay,
back
I didn't get
fist. Yeah,
that.
you throw your back fist and it'll trigger you and you got to shoot it out. And then they were like having a competition throughout the 3 days that we were there to see who had the fastest
didn't-
back fist.
I didn't see that. Sorry guys. I wasn't on JPM, so we don't get the exclusive. I don't get the exclusive
Okay.
behind the
Okay.
scenes.
Sour grapes. Okay, sour grapes.
Yo, this dude.
Calm down, bro.
Listen. Every
One
time he sees me, he's like, oh, so we just rock JPM gear all the time. I'm like, I've been waiting my whole life for this. I've been wearing this shit all the time, every day. But my hoodie will be funky, and I don't care. I'm still gonna wear it. Like,
You do it. You do you. But Tommy back kicks this bag this second time, and he knocks the bag off. He knocks the dude that's holding the bag. Like he knocked my man out, and then he got on his bike
Virgil's
and
pure
took
ass
off.
knocked him out.
Hey, I don't think you should. I don't really think you should say Virgil's pure ass. I don't think those words. I don't think
Hey,
those words go together like that.
That's the clip.
after that kick, he's not a virgin no more.
Exactly. He broke his hymen, yeah.
Oh, this show's getting off the rails.
Oh, crazy.
Go ahead, Joe. Continue talking about Tommy.
Tommy's getting on his bike. He's he's watching. He's people watching. He sees a family and some kids with some ice cream, and it takes him right back to his brother.
Now, hold on. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this part. Because if this was me and the ice cream, if Travis dropped his ice cream, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not giving him my shit.
Yeah, I know you're not. I know.
I'm going to eat that ice cream. I'm going to enjoy the ice cream. I'm going to make love to the ice cream. I'm going to do it. Now, if it's something wrong, like he hurt himself and he dropped it, then I'll feel bad. I probably would get it. But in this situation where the little kid was just clumsy and just dropped it, I would have told Travis, man, this ice cream tastes like it was made by God. This is the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. You're really missing out on this one, buddy. I would have done the nightmare.
The thing with that is always that Travis does stuff to you all the time. So what is like
100%,
you know what I mean?
100%.
Like so he earns that type of treatment,
100%.
Like he earns that type of treatment.
He would have got mad. He would have yelled. He would have told my parents. I would have got in trouble a little bit, but it is what it is. Go ahead, Joe.
It would have been worth it. It would have been worth it. I used to
Yes.
tell my brother all the time when he was going to go tell my parents, I'd be like, worth it. Whoa, what the heck? Dude, all the screens just went out for a second.
Yeah, you froze up a little bit, but you were still
Okay,
talking. We
it's on my
can hear
end.
you.
Okay, good. It's on my end. So before the tournament, they're getting ready to leave. The whole team comes together and basically pressures the coach that they need Alex. Bring Alex back. And of course, I mean, but this is the moment the coach takes as them finally becoming a team.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then
the coach
they
knew it
fly
too.
to.
They wasn't winning nothing. They wasn't winning nothing with Sonny and Virgil. They wasn't winning nothing.
The sacrificial lambs.
Yeah,
So,
that wasn't happening. And Travis definitely wasn't trying to fight Dahan.
No.
You know,
Hell,
No.
oh, good God, no.
No.
once they go
So-
beg the coach for them to come back.
So so they go and they make it to South Korea, and they walk out, and Alex sees his mom and his son. So I guess the coaches had, flew them out for him. So I guess he's not a jerk anymore. But still, man, like that shouldn't have been a thing. But he made up for it, so I was happy to see that. They have a really cool, nice open ceremony, which doesn't shock me. I've seen some of the Olympics, and they always have real interesting, cool opening ceremonies. And then we get right into it. Like, they don't mess around, man. They're
Nope.
right into the karate action. Who was it? Was it Sonny that was up first, or was it Virgil?
Sonny. Sonny was up first, yeah.
I mean, these first two matches, these two kind of get their butts kicked. I mean,
Sonny did better than Virgil. Sonny,
he did.
I think he lost 7-11 or something like that.
Yeah. Virgil had no shot, honestly.
No.
I don't know. They didn't really show much of his training anyway, other than him, trying to do, like, he wasn't in the splits, but he was basically pulling a Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport. Just staring straight forward, meditating. Travis was trying to annoy, or was it?
Yeah, it was Travis. Yeah,
it was
Travis
Travis.
was trying to annoy him.
Yeah.
But other than that, they didn't really show much more of his training or fighting until this point when he got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
And then Sonny got a few good shots, but they were down pretty heavy when it got to Travis. And then of course Travis, he did pretty good, but they were still did he win his fight?
No, well, he technically he lost. He tied. They did a break.
Oh yeah, they had the tie and got to the breaking. I'm sorry, but okay.
I would have been pissed about that.
So
why wouldn't I feel like you should just do sudden death. Why would you?
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you guys ever done? I think they wanted to showcase some form of breaking.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys ever done a breaking tournament?
Never.
No.
Or a breaking in a tournament?
Bricks don't hit back, brother.
No,
just play.
The only reason I'm saying
Chung Lee Bloodsport, yeah.
The only reason I'm saying something is because with most of the tournaments I've done, whatever you set up, if you have to break it. So if I set up 15 bricks and I only break 14, they don't count the break at all.
Oh wow!
So by them, yeah. So I would have liked to see something more along that line, like set up and break all the bricks that you have in front of you. Don't see how many you can break, especially.
Well, maybe that was the rules back then, though.
So, in your opinion, Joe, so your opinion, the match should have still been tied, right?
Well, I just don't like seeing people breaking and not breaking all their stuff, because when I don't break my stuff, I get pissed.
So, Joe, are you saying like maybe he could have, if that's the thing, then we could take a strategic approach of like, well, you could go ahead and throw up 8, and then you only break 7. I'm gonna put 2, and I'm gonna break my 2, and therefore I'm gonna win.
That's the idea. So, like the last time I did it, I was the first one to go, and I set up 15 because I knew the previous
15 bricks.
The previous 2 years, the winner was 15-16. Well, here's the problem.
Damn, bro.
I use a palm, and I learned after a few years you need to go with a elbow because of the perpetual motion. So I set up 15 and I broke 14. So my brick didn't count. The next guy, the guy who won, ended up doing 14 or 15. I don't remember. No, he did 14 because everybody else did 14. And he won with 15. But the previous year it was 16. But so whoever's last always can usually know what they're gonna have to break, which kind of sucks to me because that's why I knew 15 was gonna be my number. But if I would have done I've done it recently. I can get through. I've gotten through 18 with my elbow now. I'm working up to 20. Yeah, I'm working up to 20.
You need to come to the U.S. Open or go to Pan Am's and do those breaking competitions.
No, for real, dude.
He will.
For real,
Sam,
bro.
he will.
For real. No, for real, Joe.
Those videos go viral, and I think you'll smash it, man. Let's go.
Like nobody is doing 15.
Really? I thought 20 was. I thought people were getting past 20 now.
Dude, from what I've seen, I've never seen no one do 20.
I mean, for me, the most memorable moment is watching was it Chip when he
Chip
breaks all
Townsend?
those baseball bats and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that dude's a
Yeah.
monster.
See, that's hard training stuff too. So, but we'll get back on track. But yeah,
Sorry,
man, now you got me thinking because I love breaking, so it's something I really enjoy. But it gets expensive when you got to pay for it on your own.
See, that's he about to get away. That's gonna his thing. He's
Hey,
gonna
hell
get away
yeah.
before we get. He's gonna be
Hell
like,
yeah.
wifey, I'm going to a tournament. See you Sunday.
Well, see, I'll start putting videos out. And maybe I'll get a sponsor. And then I'll be okay.
I know of 2 teams that are picking up breakers, man.
Oh, see, now I'm gonna
There's
start
2 of
putting
them that
videos
picking
out.
people up.
I'm gonna make a video so I can get on that team because
Yes,
I can still break, and I do want to get back into sparring, but that's a whole nother thing. So we get to Alex's fight, and it's going back and forth. You know, you could tell he should be able to win this fight, but he's kind of, you know, he's feeling the guy out and everything. And then of course we knew this was going to happen. You know, 30 seconds left in the fight, he gets his shoulders hurt. And is it normal in competition right now if you get disqualified that like you're done?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not disqualified. If you can't continue, the other guy wins,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what the points are.
Yeah.
Yes. That happened. That happened
Sucks.
here for one of my students at the last tournament we went to, man. And he was
Oh yeah,
and-
you told me that. Sucks.
yeah, and he was pissed. And I was pissed also because I saw the kid that got disqualified. Well, that should have got disqualified. That did the illegal technique. Still competed. He ended up competing for first and second. I'm thinking like, man, that was supposed to be my student fighting for first and second. You know,
Well,
that's a sucky feeling.
I'm gonna tell you this from personal experience. When you dislocate your shoulder, it hurts, and I don't care if they put it back in. It hurts a lot,
I have no idea.
especially after being reset. I had mine reset with morphine,
Dang.
and it was still painful.
Oh, man.
Like,
I've never had it.
It was still like in the sling. It was pain. Like I had to take some pain medication for
The
a week.
worst pain, man. Worst pain.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, but I mean, him going out there, I get that. Like you can adrenaline will
You
carry
can
you through the
finish.
pain.
You can finish.
But him-
you can finish.
He should have been dodging. He should not have been trying to fight, which he did. I mean, he kicked my man out of the ring and everything. I get that, but
Jump front
it's
kick.
going to be hard to move. That's all I know. So
No, it hurts.
Man, that was the ugliest jump front kick I have ever seen.
Well,
My man looked like an action figure. Like his knees didn't even bend. They just
right? Like Frankenstein trying to kick.
seriously.
But that was the only way they were going to stay in this competition because if he brought him back, he brought him within like what 6 or 7 points.
Yeah,
And they were down by a lot
So-
more than that. So if his points didn't count, like Tommy fighting Dahan could have just sat back.
Before we even talk about this last fight, do you guys like that model that they had for team fighting? That you can lose your fights but win on points?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, total points for the team. I like that.
But how
So-
does the knockout? How would the knockout have won him? Still got him the win. Does the knockout count for a certain amount of points?
But that's what I'm
They
saying,
didn't.
though.
They didn't explain
But
that.
that's where. So the reason why
Yeah,
I'm
I was
asking
wondering
is
if it was
because
10 points or if it eliminates the other person's points. If it's going off of what we were just saying, right?
Ah, got you. Okay, that makes sense.
okay, the reason why I
No,
asked
sorry,
is
Angel. What were you gonna say? My bad.
No, I just was saying, like, I just don't. That makes like that goes into what I was thinking because I'm like, okay, they've lost 2 matches, right? Well, no,
3.
they lost 3 matches, and now let's say if Tommy technically beat Dahan, he scored more points than him, right?
Mhm.
So they won 2 matches, but if Tommy beat him on points, they would still win, even though they lost.
They caught up in
more
points.
matches.
They
But
caught
I'm
up in
saying though,
points.
but like think about it though, it's best 3. If you have it's best 3 out of 5. You have like 5 people, and you lost
No,
3
it was-
matches.
No, it's all about points because they said that.
I know.
if you won-
No, but I'm saying though, like, you guys would be okay seeing that, knowing that like people can lose, right?
It don't
And then
matter.
It
It
don't
shouldn't
matter.
matter.
Really.
No,
I feel like it should be best 3 out of 5.
I mean, that's
No,
how.
'cause,
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
you
don't, I mean, that's how I've always came up. That's how I thought point fighting was. Is all the
No,
point
I
fighting
get you.
with the
I
team.
get you on
It was
that
always
Depends
side.
on the
always like
tournament.
that.
Depends on the tournament.
I get you on that side, but like that's what I'm saying. Like even now, points scoring now, the tournament is still the same way. It's just total points, right?
Mhm.
But when I look at WKC, I'm gonna use WKC in particular because I kind of like that setup of like it's best 3 out of 5. So
I get what you're saying. Also,
I like
the
that.
point.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was asking. Like, you guys like total points better, or you guys like seeing matches better?
I like total points.
Me too.
Total
I
points.
think total points could be more exciting because you best
Okay.
3 out of 5. Those last 2 people, if your first 3 are hot, the last 2 never actually get to fight.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, why would you
I got
fight?
you. Yeah, no, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I
This
will
way,
say though, I will say
that's
this
for a
before Joe,
comeback.
before you continue. I know you gotta go. You want to keep going, but the uniforms, I like their team fight uniforms. They
Yeah.
were like slick, man. The all black with how the chest pad. I mean, it was a
That was the next thing I was going to
fabric,
say.
but I thought it
do you
was
guys
pretty
like
cool.
that?
Like,
You guys like
I thought it
seeing
was
them wear
pretty
chest
cool.
gear?
I don't like chest protectors, but it wasn't as noticeable on the black ones like it was the white
Yeah.
ones. The white ones, they look like they
Yeah.
just had one of those normal Taekwondo chest protectors on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, the
The
black,
black
ones
ones didn't
look
look that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine.
And I feel like for the way they were hitting, it made sense for them to kind of have it on a little bit. You know, you knew it really wasn't gonna do much because there wasn't much padding on that thing.
No.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right. Yeah, I just want to see what you guys thought.
Yeah, it was cool. It was fine. I mean, for the most part, yeah. I mean, this is a good fight scene for the most part. Tommy, did technically win this fight, and again, my only issue with this is one: if you kill my brother, I don't care what the situation was. I'm not gonna try and kill you, even though I probably want to, but I'm still gonna mess you up. He should have hit him at the end, and he didn't even have to kill him. Like, they're freaking out. Oh, he's gonna kill him. Win the fight.
Yeah, I don't understand that part.
True.
That's all I'm saying. Like, win the fight, man.
I would have just knocked him out and just left it in God's hands. Like, whatever you want to do with him. Like, you want to wake him up again, and that's fine. If not, you want to bring him home, that's
That's all
fine.
I'm saying. So I'm just saying, like, to stand there and be like, just win the fight, man. I mean, that would have hurt him enough. But and then,
man.
but it was cool. I see what they were trying to do. The idea was he redeemed himself. He forgave him during the fight, and then at the end, the two guys, Alex's opponent and Tommy's opponent, they put their medals on them. They gave them respect. They knew who really won.
Mm-hmm.
Which I still
Tommy's a nice man.
I'm
Tommy's
just saying,
a nice
I don't
guy.
want
I don't think I could have did that.
Me neither.
I will say you got to see I'm sure we're all I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was the best fight scene out of the whole movie. But it was cool
great.
just
It was
to
a great
see.
fight scene.
Yeah, it was cool just to see their you could tell like their what you call it, just because they're brothers and like the confidence they had. Man, everything looked smooth. There was like not one hiccup. I feel like they did all that in like one shot. Like, it looked smooth. It looks super smooth. I love watching that fight scene. That fight scene is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the end of the movie. So, what grade are we giving this movie? Want to start out, Joe?
I'm giving it A. You know what? Angel's giving it A+.
It's A+.
Sam?
There's nothing less.
A+.
It's nothing less. This is a cult classic. It's a cult classic.
I'm giving it an A+ also. This is one of my favorite
wow,
movies.
look at you. Look at you.
Oh, this is one of my favorite movies, man. I mean, this
is a great movie.
This movie, and even The Last Dragon, like those two movies, man, like those are two of my favorite movies. I don't really have any. I mean, we can nitpick here and there because you can nitpick with anything, but I still enjoy this. And if I see it on TV, I'm going to stop and watch it.
Oh yeah,
no matter what
I'm doing.
No matter what scene is on, I can sit and watch it.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've seen the second one. I'm trying to think if I like the second one more or not.
I do like the second one, and I don't know either, Joe. I can't decide if I like.
It's been a while, so it's been a while.
I've never watched.
I'm excited to watch that. I'm really excited to watch that.
Oh, you never watched it, Angel?
I never watched anything after one. So with No Retreat, No Surrender, with Bloodsport, with Best of the Best, they got corny after it. So I just never watched them.
Best of the Best 2 is good.
That was good. Okay.
I think I remember watching it.
And this came out on the heels of UFC 1. So this movie has that fighting. So it has, but they looked at it as underground cage fighting.
That's right. Yeah. And so Travis is still in Best of the Best 2, right?
Yeah, Travis is there, and then Tommy and Alex are there. Nobody else is in it, just those three.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, but by the way, man, something about Alex. I'm gonna say this. I did not like him in this movie.
he was a little irritating because he cried.
He cries
the
too
whole damn
much. He
movie.
cried too damn much. He cried too damn much.
Boys riding the bike. Oh, now I can understand. I can understand you crying about the kid getting hit by a car. You
He's
know,
an
I
emotional
get that.
guy. He's
Yeah,
an
he is.
emotional guy. He
I
lost
mean,
his
yo,
wife.
he's there with his son. Exactly. He lost
Single
his wife.
father.
Like,
Man, have a heart.
He probably he cried conceiving the kid. Like I believe that. I believe that. Oh honey, that was magical. I can't believe you did that to me.
Oh, you know what? I hope Melissa makes you cry tonight. God damn it.
And with that, we are going to end this episode.
Killing me, Gene.
crazy.
Killing me.
Next
Killing me.
week, best of the best too. You guys got anything else to say? Sam, you got anything coming up? Any seminars or anything?
Actually, yeah, it just got locked in. I'm gonna be out at Purdue University the second week of December. I'll be teaching a seminar out there. They have a university karate club, so I'll be out there teaching. And then I got a couple other things in the mix around talking with somebody out in Trinidad. Hopefully, get out there. That'll be great. So we'll see. But guys, thank you so much for having me tonight. Like, this
no
was
problem,
awesome.
man. Anytime you want to get on, man. Anytime.
Always,
Joe and
always.
Angel, you guys got any closing remarks? Anything you guys want to push, promote?
Nah, man,
have
just
a
make sure y'all
happy
check out the page. That's all.
I was gonna mention Halloween, but this is gonna come out after Halloween, so never mind.
Yeah. It's a morning. all right, everybody. Stay safe, stay strong. We'll holler at you next week. And I will play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.